BBL 851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN, more on their product later. Emirates has really been a pioneer throughout this pandemic with the idea that they expect a return to pre-pandemic levels sooner rather than later. Therefore, it has resulted in a considerable number of their aircraft returning to the industry sooner rather than later. There's not a single aircraft that can be more accurately put in this category than the Airbus A380. The A380 is an aircraft that slots into a class that has seen most airlines retire it, as they do not deem it to be suitable for their long-term operations within the industry. While the A380, you could argue, worked best for the most significant customer, Emirates, there were still questions over how they would cope with still having them at their disposal. Tim Clark, the president and also CEO of the group, highlighting this many times that he always believed that the aircraft would return, and they have indeed. Now, as restrictions begin to ease worldwide and we learn to live with this pandemic, Emirates has announced their intent to continue deploying more of the Airbus A380s on services around the world through an official statement. They will see a further 11 A380s head back out of storage and be deployed on these long-range routes, which means there'll be a 65% increase, and they'll see the number of cities that the aircraft operates to increased tenfold to 27 by the end of November, which, just to reiterate, is when the next batch of 11 Airbus A380s will return to the skies by. The final 3 A380s will actually be delivered by year's end, meaning by the end of 2021, they'll have a total of 118 of the world's largest passenger planes, sweeping the floor in total units held in comparison to really any other operator of the aircraft series. With these final deliveries of the Airbus A380 to the airline, it'll mean that production will end for the world's largest passenger plane, with also one final delivery to All Nippon Airways. They've been awaiting their third A380 for a very long time now, and I'm sure I'll be more than happy to welcome it in finally. While production is ending, it's probably ending, I'd argue, earlier than Airbus would have hoped when they initially launched the aircraft. However, times always change, and airlines are always looking for the next thing, and unfortunately for quad-engine jets, I would say the A380 maybe came in just a little bit too late, alongside that of the 747-8 Intercontinental, the newer version of the 747 in the passenger sense. Again, while these aircraft certainly had their time within the industry, they were certainly not as influential as, say, your classic 747 was, the 747-400 even. And while they'll have an everlasting impact, airlines were already looking at the next thing, that being the A350, the 787, the 777s, and so forth. One of the benefits, though, is Emirates actually intend to keep the plane on until the 2030s, something not many other airlines around the world are that keen on doing, with most having, like I said, either retired the type or looking at retiring it within 5 years or so. The addition of premium economy resulting in a 4-class configuration of the Airbus A380 is another added benefit for the airline, utilising the type's services to the maximum. In a press release, they said that in December 2020, Emirates introduced its first A380 in 4-class configuration, featuring premium economy. By November this year, the airline will have 6 aircraft equipped with the seat offering and new-look cabin interiors. Of course, the reactivation of additional aircraft will significantly depend on restrictions, as they can be ever-changing, and we know how routes and more can change at the drop of a hat. With all that being said, that's why there's a need for a VPN to help protect you as we begin to travel once again. NordVPN, which is safe, allows you to browse the internet and not having the risk constantly of your data being stolen. On top of that, it can help you stay away from unwanted interruptions. Say you would also like to remain invisible online, that's what it's there for. One of the best features is the ability to browse different airline websites to book the very best tickets possible for the best prices. This is essential when we are looking to spend the festive period with your loved ones where possible. And thanks to NordLynx, NordVPN is one of the fastest VPNs out there. You can get NordVPN by using the link joined on your screen and also using my coupon code DJ's Aviation for a 2-year plan. As a user of the application, I could not recommend them enough. Thank you very, very much, NordVPN, for once again sponsoring this channel through the pandemic. It'd mean a lot if you could go and check them out for me with the link in the pinned comment and description. Now back to Emirates. What are your thoughts on them reactivating their Airbus A380s? Do you believe they're doing so too quickly, or demand really justifies the return? Also, how do you see the A380s working in, say, the next decade? We already know they'll be remaining until the mid-2030s, so do you think they'll keep the same type of network utilising them, intertwining it with potentially other aircraft types in the future? Feel free to let me know down in the comment section. Like I said, thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. Take care and be safe.